Your clients are in an intimate relationship with you and your business. Aloha, adventurer. This week we're going to chat about relationships. I'm going to give you a few little examples from my foray back into dating way back when, and what that taught me about relationships, and importantly, what it taught me about how I attract clients and how I attract my audience into my business. So this is really important for you if you are worried or you're concerned about or you dream of working with those clients who absolutely love you, who light you up, who energize you, and are your perfect clients who are ready and willing to be part of the transformation that you offer them. So when I was single for about 10 years prior to finding my beautiful partner now, I went on to a little foray of dating, and I hadn't, dated for a long time. It had been 10 years of singledom. Now, my first foray back into that, my first relationship back into that was, let's say, less than ideal. And I left that within 3 months. Basically, it was a little bit of an abusive relationship. He had a drug problem, and I thought, being the compassionate person that I was, that I would fix him. I would fix him. I would try and love him just so much that I would fix him, and I would forgive him for every single little thing that he did, and I would fix him. And of course, that didn't happen. I was burnt out after 3 months. My friends told me that I had lost my spark. I didn't even notice. I thought that I was just as a happy person as I had been, like, going into it. And they were like, no, you were terrible with that person. I was like, oh, good from outside perspective. And thanks for telling me 3 months too late. Not their problem. But what I learned from that first relationship was this. You have to know your boundaries, right? So don't let anyone walk over you. Don't let anyone take over you and your business, right? So you will find some of those harder to work with clients if they say always want more time, or you happen to go 20 minutes over time, 30 minutes over time. You're over serving them all the time. You're over giving. You'll find those clients who always want to eke a little bit more out of you, even though you know that they are paying for X amount of sessions or whatever it is, right? You might have clients that are messaging you after the fact that they have worked with you, asking for free advice, or maybe you have friends who do that to you because they know that you're in the business. So you really need to know your boundaries, and you need to stick to them, right? So that was the first lesson that he taught me. Know my boundaries. I had no boundaries. I was just like, I am compassionate and caring, and I will let you do whatever you want to me, which was terrible. Then the second lesson he taught me was, don't settle for less, right? Don't settle for less than ideal. Don't settle for a client just because you can, just because you can do something for them, you can serve them in a way, if they're not the person who absolutely lights you up on every single level, because your business should energize you, and your clients are an intimate part of that business. You should energize them, and they should energize you. Remember, you're in a relationship, right? The third lesson that he taught me was this: you can't change anyone, even if you really, really want to. So make sure that your clients who you are calling in are really ready and willing to do the work that is required to get the transformations that your work offers them, right? So ready might mean they have to be at a certain level of business. It might be that they are just in a position in terms of their mindset that they're ready to change. And of course, willing to hear different perspectives so that you can take them through your service with them having an open mind to being transformed, right? You cannot change them if they have decided that they do not want to be changed. And this is the purpose of, say, clarity calls and things like that. It's to assess whether you think this person is at that stage where your work is going to have the most profound effect with them. And of course, if it is, and you have a relationship with them, i.e. they became your client, you will have the opportunity to have the most raving client who sends you referrals after that, who sends you amazing testimonials, all of those beautiful things that we love when we have a dream client come on board. Now, my second foray into dating, which actually didn't turn into a relationship at all, was this. So after the first relationship that I had, which was absolute dud, I was like, right, I need to get more specific as to what I want. So I wrote a huge list of things that I really wanted from this next person to come into my life. And then poof, he appeared. And I was so stoked. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, it's this person. And after months of friendship, after months of hanging out, surfing, doing all those things, I finally found out that he wasn't attracted to me in that way. And I was wife material, but what a waste of time. So, what this non-relationship taught me was this. I have to include on the list that this person is attracted to me and loves me. So in terms of your clients, you have to make sure that they absolutely are buzzed by being with you, right? They want to be in your vibe. Now I heard this hasn't happened to me personally, but I heard from a colleague of mine who said, she's a designer. She said this, that she once had a client who said, the only reason that I've reached out for you is that I wanted to work with this other person, but I couldn't afford them. That was an absolute no from her, right? So you want to attract those clients who absolutely love you, who absolutely adore you. And of course, you absolutely love them and adore them as well, because that is the foundation of first having a relationship that is awesome on the very start, right? The next lesson he taught me was this. Stop trying so hard and holding on. So you really need to let go of those clients or those people who are in the fringes, just, potential clients who say, maybe I'm going to work with you, maybe I'm not. Just let them go, right? If it is meant to be, it is meant to be. If they're really into what you do, who you are, they will work with you. You don't need to cling on to them, right? Just let them go. Stop wasting your time, your energy, your effort, your attention on those people and just go to the next, right? Or rather spend that energy on people who are already your clients, who are already part of your ideal audience. Spend it on them rather on the ones that always give you a little bit and don't actually ever follow through. And the last lesson was, of course, revisit one of the other lessons, which is you can't change them. If they're not attracted to you, they're not likely going to get more attracted to you. So I hope that was helpful for you in terms of your client attraction. Really look over those lessons that I learned in my early days of dating about what you really want out of your clients and what kind of relationship you want to have with them, right? When you get clear on those things, when you are able to do some of these practices that I've shared with you, you're going to start bringing in and accepting only those clients who fit your criteria, because you do not have to settle for less, and you deserve to have a business full of clients and full of a beautiful, loving relationship between you and the people that you help with your work to transform their lives. If you're interested in knowing more, I am holding a masterclass on Thursday, the 23rd of September at 10 o'clock AST, and that is going to be called Attracting Your Soul Clients. How beautiful. So if you want to know more about the energetics of that, join me. I'm going to drop the link into the description of this video, and you can join me to live on how I personally clean out my energy for clients I don't like, upgrade my energy for the clients that I do want, and other practices that I do to make sure that I'm only calling in those ones that are right for me. So I hope to see you there. Otherwise, have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye for now.